Basic necessities on the road, you guys. What do you need when you're out here? Now, I'm a weekly driver, and I can pretty much keep a lot of items in my truck already. Got my tools and clothing. I probably keep at least a couple weeks of clothing available in my truck. Lots of jackets and stuff that just stays in the truck. Okay, whether I use it or not, it's there in case I need it. Probably I might have enough for up to 3 weeks if I had to. Okay, but there's no reason to carry a year's worth of clothing and other items in your truck. Pare it down a little bit, make yourself a little bit more comfortable. There's no reason to have a lot of this stuff. You don't need the kitchen sink. Well, maybe some of y'all do if you're washing dishes. I tend to meal plan. I cook all my meals at the house. I portion them up. That way, when I get to the truck, and another thing I do is if my refrigerator was turned off, which it should be, okay, you actually turn that refrigerator back on when you're coming out of the house. I keep all my food in the cooler until it has time to cool down, unless it's winter months. Makes it a little bit easier. But transfer in, you've got your meals for the week. Some of you guys like to prep out here on the road. That's fine. These refrigerators really aren't equipped to have a month's worth of food in them. The freezers aren't that big if you're going to carry meat or anything like that. Just remember that, you're going to have some limitations. Y'all that do it already, you know what you're doing to a degree. Try not to turn it into the greasy spoon. Have some ventilation. Other drivers have to use these trucks after you. Same with your pets. Remember to clean up. We're actually going to be giving these trucks to someone else. We want you to have your friend, but we also want to be clean about it. Okay, make sure that you keep those trucks nice, clean, and sanitary. Get that junk off your dash. You know how many trucks I see with junk all over their dash? I just came in from out in the parking lot. Whew. This is the kind of stuff that draws attention. You don't want unnecessary attention from DOT. I had an inspection about a year ago. You don't have to be like me, but what I did was when the officer climbed up on the side of my truck, we started our general chat, and I said, check it out. He goes, what? I said, my dash. And he's like, what about it? There ain't nothing on it. I said, exactly. He laughed about it. We had a great time. We did a great inspection. No problems, okay? A dirty home or a cluttered home means you got a cluttered mind, okay? Let's try to keep some things in perspective here. That's what they're seeing. Now, you might say to yourself, well, that's not me. Well, you know what? You may want to look again, all right? Now, I'm not going to try to judge anybody's character, but I know what works for me and keeps me efficient and keeps me running, okay? Try to carry the needs that you need. These trucks aren't designed to have a house full of items in them. That affects the weight too, your gross weight on these trucks. Back in the day, we'd run so heavy, sometimes I'd wonder if I was going to have to leave a case of water on the side of the road. We don't have to worry about that anymore. We pretty much, we don't haul as heavy as we used to, but really just try to condense some things. You don't really need as much as you think you do, okay? Keep that windshield clear. I mean, it looks like NASA in some of these trucks. You ever seen them? You pull up, some guy's got 4 GPSs, he got a computer set. DOT doesn't want to see that either, okay? You've got to keep your windshield clear. You got to have a clear vision, clear line of sight out that windshield. Also remember that your GPSs and your phones, if you're using them for a GPS, have to have a holder. You can't have it in your hand. You can't have a notepad sitting on the seat next to you that you're using for a GPS. That is against DOT regulations. Okay, you got to have it mounted, hands-free.